in Galatians. I'm coming to you this time via video from my church office, which you can see is a perpetual mess. I apologize for that. This tends to be the way that I live professionally. Every Monday morning I say to myself, I've got to get more organized and get my act together, and I just never seem to execute on that plan, so I hope you'll bear with all the books and stuff. It's similar to the way my mind works, so I appreciate you all bearing with me during the course of the course. I will be grading in the next few days your assimilation of research that you turned in during Unit 5. And once again, you'll not only get a grade from me, but you'll get my personalized comments to your work. The important part of this step is that we are nearing the end of the course and we're nearing the final product of the research paper. And so I'd really like for you to pay careful attention to the notes that I give you, only because they will help you turn in the best product that you can. Please let me know if you have questions. By the way, if any of you would like to see a sample of an A paper from another course that would be similar to this one, I'd be more than happy to share that with you. So just feel free to email me if that's your desire at jrice@leeuniversity.edu. This is a packed unit, Unit 6. We have a few things due. The first is, of course, a reading reflection paper on the readings and the work from Unit 5 and 6. I think you're pretty comfortable with the drill by now. Per my notes, the paper is to be 4 to 6 pages, double-spaced. That doesn't include any material other than the body of your writing. And in the reading reflections, I don't need a title page, I don't need a bibliography, anything like that. I'm just looking for your digestion of, in this case, the Great House readings. You also have a rough draft of your term paper due. And I'm really glad that the course has been structured this way, because it allows me to give feedback on your rough draft and still gives you 2 weeks to make improvements on your paper before you turn in the final copy. And so pay special attention to that rough draft. I want to remind you, per the research paper guidelines, that the paper is to be 7 pages of your work. That's not including the title page or the bibliography, which is required for a term paper of this magnitude. So we're looking for 7 pages of the body of your work. Please provide an introductory paragraph that lays out the structure and the goals for your paper. Sometimes we have the tendency to just start writing, and that can be a little bit disorienting for the reader, which in this case is me. So I want to encourage you to think structurally about your paper before you start writing, and I think it will create a stronger product for you. Also note that the paper should be double-spaced, the font should be Times New Roman, and the size of the font should be 12. These are the guidelines for standard academic writing across all fields, so make sure to pay attention to that. Beyond that, we will be diving into our next segment of Romans, and our discussion will center on one of the most controversial passages in Romans, and that's Romans chapter 7, in which Paul appears to declare that he is wholly sinful, cannot save himself, and therefore looks to the power of Jesus to save him. It's a beautiful passage. I think you will be moved by it. However, the question is, who is Paul talking about? After all, by this time, Paul is an apostle. Paul is a Christian. Paul's a disciple of Jesus. So it would be odd for him to be talking about himself in this light. So is he talking then about existential man? Is he talking about Israel? We'll be diving into all of the different camps of scholars that think about this paradigmatic I that we see in Romans chapter 7. And I think it will lead to some really robust discussion. We had some great discussion this week, by the way, about the literal versus non-literal nature of Adam. And I think we'll continue that kind of passion into the discussion this week. So I look forward to engaging with you. Please let me know if there are questions or concerns that I can address. Take care.